Yeah, good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good evening. Very nice. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to share the answers to the assignment which I just shared from backwards. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to start working from the fifth one, simplify. I've shared my screen. Is it visible, all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Very good. All right. Yes, children. So this is question number 5, first subdivision. We need to simplify 3 plus root 3 into 2 plus root 2 the whole square. Okay. So we need to first expand this 2 plus root 2 the whole square. We need to first expand this. So this is equal to, first write out what is given, write out the question or write out the expression given to us. So this is what is given. Now square the second bracket, that is you'll have to square 2 plus root 2. So it's in the form a plus b the whole square. It's in the form a plus b the whole square, where a is 2 and b is root 2. So what is a plus b the whole square? A square, that is 2 square, 4. Or if you want to write all of them, you will have to open a square bracket. Okay, open a square bracket. See here, a square, 2 square, plus 2 into a into b. 2 into a is 2 and b is root 2. Plus b square, plus root 2 the whole square. Now don't put the square again. We've applied the formula. A plus b the whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. We've applied the formula. Don't put the square again here. Now, in the next step, the first bracket as it is. In the second bracket, 2 squared is 4 plus 2 2s are 4, 4 root 2. 4 root 2 plus root 2 square. Root 2 square means root 2 into root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is, what is the value of root 2 into root 2, children?
2, mom.
2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2 because it is root of 2 into 2. And from 2 2s, 1 2 comes out. So root 2 into root 2 is 2. Now close this. Now you don't have to put the square bracket. You can change it to a simple bracket. Next step, 3 plus root 3. You can add 4 plus 2, 6. 4 and 2. See the first term here, 4 and 2, 6. 6 plus 4 root 2. 6 plus 4 root 2. Is that fine, children? You cannot add 6 and 4 root 2. You cannot add 6 and 4 root 2. They are unlike. This is a number, meaning this is real, this is rational 6. This is irrational 4 root 2. You cannot add them. If it was 6 root 2, you can add 6 root 2 and 4 root 2. And the result will be 10 root 2. But 6 and 4 root 2, you cannot simplify. You cannot simplify that. Okay. So now we have learned how to multiply binomials. Last year also, using algebraic terms x, y, z, a, b, c, we have learned how to multiply a binomial with another binomial. That is something like, 2a plus 5 into 4a square plus 7. You have learned how to multiply this last year. So how do you multiply? The first term 3 multiplied by the second bracket 6 plus 4 root 2. Then the second term plus root 3 multiplied with the second bracket 6 plus 4 root 2. Exactly like we multiply a binomial with another binomial. Binomial is an expression having two terms. So how do you multiply? How do you find the product of two binomials? So this will be 2a into 4a square plus 7 plus 5 into 4a square plus 7. The same way here. Same way. Now it will be 3 into 6 is 18. 3 into 4 root 2. You can multiply anything. That's what we have understood. You can multiply anything. Add, subtract only like certs. But you can multiply anything. So 3 into 4 root 2. 3 4s are 12. 12 root 2. 12 root 2. Plus root 3 and 6. You can multiply. 6 root 3. Then, so it's like this and then like this. So 4 root 2. 4 root 2 into root 3. 4 root 2 into root 3. So this will be 4 into root 2 into root 3 is root of 2 into 3. So 4 root 6 plus 4 root 6. See, you cannot multiply 4 and root 3 and write root 12. See, what should you multiply? 4 root 2 and root 3. You cannot multiply 4 and root 2. So what you can multiply? You can multiply root 2 and root 3. How do you multiply? It will be root of 2 into 3. And what is root of 2 into 3? Root 6. So 4 root 6. 4 root 6. Now check if there are any like certs. This is 18. This is 12 root 2, 6 root 3, 4 root 6. Unlike, you cannot simplify them any further. This cannot be simplified any further. So this is the final result. This is the final result. If you have got this, okay, maybe you have not come till here. That's why I started from the last one. Maybe you have not come till here. Please take down, children. I'll give all of you 2 minutes time. Please write down this.
I got the same answer as yours, ma'am.
Yeah. If you have exactly the same steps and the same answer, you don't have to write, but you'll have to wait for the others to take it down. Exactly 2 minutes, children. First, take a screenshot so that it's there with you. Even if you want to check if you're right, you can, have that copy. So take a screenshot and then start writing. If you have not completed, see, I've shared part 1 and part 2 of number systems. Some of you do not have your credentials. Those who don't have your credentials, please wait, meaning stay at the end of the meeting and let me know that I have to generate it for you. I'll do it after the meeting today. Please let me know that. Okay. And another thing is, if you have, you're supposed to write everything I share in the documents. Part 1 and part 2 of number systems, you have to write in your tuition notebook. Maintain a separate book for this class. Part 1, from there you should start working everything. Okay, part 1, part 4, part 2, everything should be in your book. Now, this is the continuation. But supposing you have not still started writing part 1 and part 2, then do today's class in a rough notebook. Then write part 1, part 2, and then continue with this one. Today's class is a continuation of part 2. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Time up, children. Next one. The second one. You need to simplify 3 root 45 minus root 125 plus square root of 200 minus square root of 50. All right. So I'll work it here. So always write out whatever is given to you. This is the expression given to you. Please write it out. Okay. Now you need to find the prime factors of all the numbers under the square root, because this you cannot simplify. They all look like they all right now look like unlike surds. So you cannot add or subtract them. You can see the sign between the terms as addition, subtraction. So you cannot simplify them because they are unlike surds. They look like unlike surds. So how do we proceed? What is 45? 45 is 9 5s are 45. 9 5s are 45. See, you can do it in two ways. Try to write the number as a product of a perfect square and another number. That's how it is. But if you're finding it difficult, I'll tell you another method. Okay, I'll do it in two ways for you. Both are similar, but just the way you get started. Now I'm going to write 45 as a product of a perfect square and another number. 9 5s are correct. 9 is a perfect square. 9 5s are 45. So 3 square root of, I'm writing 45 as a product of a perfect square and some other number. So 45 is 9 5s are. See, 15 3s are is also 45. 15 3 times is also 45. But neither 15 nor 3 is a perfect square. Neither 15 nor 3 is a perfect square. So we don't choose to write it that way. Okay. Now, minus square root of 125. 25 5s are. 25 is a perfect square. And 25 5 times is 125. 20 perfect square is 25 into 5 is 125 plus 200 is 100 into 2. 100 is a perfect square into 2 is 200 minus 25 is a perfect square into 2 is 50. So we're just writing the numbers under the square root as a product of a perfect square and another number. So you can see here 9 is a perfect square, 25, 100 and 25. Now what happens? There's 3 outside. Now square root of 9. What is the square root of 9? 3. So it comes out of the square root. 3. Now what remains under the square root? 5. So root 5 as it is. Please watch this carefully. Under the square root, we have 9 and 5. But we know that the square root of 9 is 3. So 3 comes out of the square root. But there's a 3 outside. So 3 into 3. 3 into 3. 5 remains under the square root. Minus the square root of 25 is 5. So it comes out of the square root. But there's a 5 which remains under the square root. Now, square root of 100 is 10. Comes out of the square root as 10. 2 remains under the square root. Minus 25 is 5 out. 2 remains under the square root. Now the next step, 3 3s are 9. So 9 root 5 minus 5 root 5 plus 10 root 2 minus 5 root 2. Now you can see some like surds. These two are like surds and these two are like surds because root 5, root 5, root 2, root 2. They're like surds. So how do you simplify 9 root 5 and 5 root 5? So it will come as root 5, 9 minus 5. So 4, 4 root 5, 4 root 5. And what about 10 root 2 and 5 root 2? When you subtract, you get 5 root 2. When you subtract, 10 minus 5 is 5. Root 2 as it is. So plus 5 root 2. This is the answer, children. Make a note of this. All of you, please write down the answer in your notebook. Maintain your tuition notebook neatly. Done, children? Done writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Should I wait for anybody? Anybody still writing? Please let me know. Okay. Okay. So children, supposing it's not difficult, with practice, everything is easy. But now you might feel, what if I don't know how to express the number as a product of a perfect square and another number? Then I'll tell you, you can use this method. The same question, the same thing. So what you should do is take up 45. See, you don't have to spend time for all this. Okay, you know that 15 threes are 45. Now, what is 15 3 5s are? So 50, you can just do this in your mind. 45 is 15 threes are, and 15 is 5 into 3. So what is 45? 45 is 3 into 3 into 5. So like that. Otherwise, you can use, this junior school method to break down a composite number into product of its primes. How do you do that? So 45, 3, 15 times 3 5s are 5 1s are. So 3 into 3 into 5. 125, 5 25 times 5 5s are 5 1s are. 200 will be 200 times 250 times 225 5 5 5 ones, and 50 would be 225 5 5 5 1. This is what you'll have to write. Minus square root of 125, you see there 5 into 5 into 5. And 200, you see there it is 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. And 50 is 2 into 5 into 5. So now after this, there are 2 3s. So 1 3 will come out of the square root. 2 3s. From 2 equal primes, 1 comes out of the square root. So it will be 1 out of the square root. So 3 into 3, and 5 remains under the square root. Minus 2 5s. 1 comes out of the square root. Okay, then, oh, that's it. Okay, this one. So you have a pair of 2s and a pair of 5s. So 1 2 out and 1 5 out. So 2 remains under the square root. Minus 1 5 out, 2 remains. Minus 5 root 5. So you got the same thing there, no? 10. 2 5s are 10. 2 5s are 10 root 2 minus 5 root 2. So this is 9 minus 5, 4 root 5. 10 minus 5 is 5 root 2. Exactly what you got earlier. The only difference is the way you break down these numbers 45, 125, 250. If you can guess, write them as a product of, write that number as a product of a perfect square and a different number. If that's difficult, you can always use this method to break down the numbers into a product of their prime factors. Yeah. Again, I'll give you a minute. If you want to make a note of this, you can take it on. All right. Done, children? All right, the next one. (2√30) by √6 minus 3√140 divided by √28 plus √55 by √99. All right. So what you do here is, you know that you can simplify these numbers. 30 and 6 you can simplify. 140 and 20. See, 30 and 6 in the tables of 6. 140 and 28 in the tables of 7 or 14. And 55 and 99 in the tables of 11. So what you can do is write this 2 here and into √30 by √6 is root of 30 by 6. Because both are under the square root. You should remember that root A by root B can be written as root of A by B. Root A by root B can be written as root of A by B. Both A and B are under the square root. So instead of using that square root individually for A and B, you can put one square root and write A by B. Similarly, if you have root A into root B separately under the square root, you can write it as root of A into B. So using that, 2 into root of 30 by 6 minus 3 into root of 140 by 28 plus root of 55 by 99. This is the first step. Now you can simplify. 6 ones are 6 fives are. So it will be 2 root 5. Under the square root, there's only 5. So root 5 minus 28 ones are 28 fives are. 28 fives are 140. Okay, so there's 3. And under the square root, you will have 5. Under the square root, because 28 ones are 28 fives are. So it's 5 by 1 or simply 5 under the square root. Then 11 fives are 11 nines are. So it will be plus root 5 by root 9. But what is root? Okay, let's write that. Root of 5 by 9. Root of 5 by 9. Next step, you can simplify these two. You can simplify these two because 2 root 5 minus 3 root 5. Like 2x minus 3x is minus x or minus root 5. 2x minus 3x is what? Minus x, because different signs. Subtract and put the sign of the greater number. Minus x. So minus root 5. So this one is minus root 5. And here what happens? Plus root 5 under the square root, meaning 5 under the square root, divided by, what is the square root of 9? 3. 9 comes freely out of the square root as 3. So that square root symbol is only for the numerator 5. Both 5 and 9 are under the square root. But 9 gets out of the square root as 3. Because the square root of 9 is 3. And 5 remains under the square root. Now, this means minus root 5 plus 1 by 3 root 5. Because what is a by 3? A by 3 means 1 by 3a. A by 3 is 1 by 3a. Root 5 by 3 means 1/3 of root 5. 1 by 3 into root 5. 1 by 3 into root 5. So again, they're like surds. Minus root 5 plus 1 by 3 root 5. They're like surds. You can see them. Root 5, they're like surds. So you can simplify them. Different signs. Subtract. Now, what do you subtract? There is 1 here. There's actually 1 there. It's minus 1 plus 1 by 3. See, there's 1 here. It's minus 1. And it's minus 1 root 5 plus 1 by 3 root 5. Like surds. Simplify the numerical coefficients. Minus 1 and plus 3. So minus 1 plus 3. You can just do it like this. See here. Minus 1 plus 1 by 3. Like taking out root 5 common. Root 5 is common. So you have minus 1 plus 1 by 3. root 5 is common. So in the bracket, you will have -1 plus 1 by 3. Okay, now LCM. Now I'll just continue here. So now LCM. What is LCM? 3 is LCM. So it will be -3 plus 1. LCM, children, root 5. So that is -2 by 3 root 5 or -2 root 5 by 3. Yeah. So -2 by 3 root 5, or you can write it as -2 root 5 by 3. Is it fine, children? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, children, please make a note of this. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
And louder, children. Finish writing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll let you. So question number 5, fourth subdivision. We need to simplify square root of 72 plus square root of 800 minus square root of 18. So you can use the rule I told you. Write the number as a product of a perfect square and another number. 36 into 2 is 72 plus 400 into 2 is 800. 9 2s are 18. 36 the perfect square. 36 into 2 is 72. 400 is a perfect square. Into 2 is 800. 9 is a perfect square. Into 2 is 80. Otherwise, if this, you should practice this. It is very easy. Otherwise, you can take up this method. Write 72 as 2 36 times, 2 18 times, 2 nines, like this, like this, and then from two twos, 1 2 comes out from like that method, so like that it will be. Or maybe I'll work that also. Let me not take it for granted that you all know it. I'll work that also. So this will be easier. You'll save time. So 36 comes out of the square root as 6. 2 remains under the square root. Plus 400. Square root of 400 is 20. 2 remains under the square root. The square root of 9 is 3. 2 remains under the square root. Now all these are like surds because everywhere it's root 2, root 2, root 2. So you can simplify them. Simplify the numerical coefficients. 6 plus 20, 26. 26 minus 3, 23. 20 plus 6, 26. 26 minus 3 is 23. 23 root 2 is the answer. Or you can also do it like this. So you will get 72 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Then for 800 you will get 2 into 2 into 2 into this 8 and 100, no? So 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. And then for 18 you will get 2 into 3 into 3. This is what you'll get. So then what should you do? From 2 2s, 1 2 comes out. Into from 2 3s, 1 3 comes out. And what remains? 2 remains. Now plus. From 2 2s, 1 2 comes out. From 2 2s, 1 2 comes out. And 2 5s, 1 5 comes out. What remains? 2 remains under the square root. From 2 3s, 1 3 comes out. 2 remains under the square root. So now this will be 6 root 2. 2 3s are 6, 6 root 2 plus 4 5s are 20 root 2 minus 3 root 2. So the same thing. Same thing, 23 root 2. Only the difference is only with the first step. Yeah, please make a note of this, children. That's about the answers to the 4 subdivisions in question number 5. Yeah, please write down, children. And children, finish writing.
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Yeah, the others also, please acknowledge.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very good. Next one. So now we are going to do the 4th one. What's the heading? Examine whether the following numbers are rational or irrational. You need to check if the, so to examine if they are rational or irrational, you cannot just look at them and say, it is rational or irrational. You need to simplify. Whenever possible, you should simplify and then give your comment. So in the first one, 5 minus root 5 into 5 plus root 5. Now, you should not just look at this. Okay, there's root 5. There is root 5 here and root 5 here. So it is irrational. It's not like that. You need to simplify. If possible, simplify. And then we need to decide if the expression is rational or irrational. So first we have to simplify. Don't look at this root 5, so it is irrational. It's not like that. So now the given expression is of the form a minus b into a plus b. The given expression is of the form a minus b into a plus b, which is a square minus b square, where a is 5 and b is root 5. So the given question is of the form a minus b into a minus b. Sorry, a minus b into a plus b. So the answer is a square minus b square. The question looks like this. So the answer is a square minus b square. Answer is a square minus b square. So what is a square? What is a square? 5. A is 5. So a square minus, in the identity is minus. So minus b square, root 5 the whole square. So 5 squared is 25 minus root 5 squared, meaning root 5 into root 5, which is 5. And 25 minus 5 is 20. Now the value of this expression given is 20. 20 is written like this. If your teacher writes 5 minus root 5, you have got 5 minus root 5 into 5 plus root 5 out of 20. This is your score. So we don't understand. So we should simplify that. If you simplify, you're so excited. It's actually 20 on 20. You're so happy. Okay, so it's like that. So you should first simplify and then decide. So 20. And what is 20? It's 20 by 1. Integer by integer. 20 is 20 by 1. The numerator 20 is an integer. The denominator 1 is also an integer. Integer by integer is a rational number. Therefore, the given expression is rational. The given expression is rational. The given, okay, you can write it like this. 1 second. Therefore, 5 minus root 5 into 5 plus root 5 is equal to 20. Therefore, it is rational, or therefore the given expression is rational. Therefore, the given expression is rational. Take down, children. Take down. Done, children? Finish writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sahana, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How do we do the second one? Is this rational or irrational? How do you decide? How does it look like? Root 3 plus 2 the whole square. Does it look like any part of the identity?
A plus B the whole square, ma'am.
Yeah, it looks like a plus b the whole square. And what is a plus b the whole square?
A square plus 2AB plus B square.
Correct. What is a?
Root 3, ma'am.
B?
2, ma'am.
Correct. So the question is like this, right? The question is like a plus b the whole square. So that means this is the answer. This is the answer. This is the question. The question looks like a plus b the whole square. So then the answer is a square plus 2ab plus b square. We are writing the answer. So write the answer part. The answer is a square plus 2 into a into b plus b square. So Sahana, what in the first bracket? A square. What is it?
Root 3, ma'am.
Second bracket?
2 into root 3 into 2.
Very good. And the last bracket?
2, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Sahana. Amritsa?
Ma'am.
Yeah. Simplify. Root 3 the whole square.
3, ma'am.
3. Next one. 2 into root 3 into
4.
2.
4 into root 3.
Very good. 4 root 3. Then
4.
4. Now simplify. What can you simplify?
We can simplify 3 plus 4, which gives 7 plus 4, 4 into root 3.
Yeah, 7 plus 4 root 3. Can you add this further? 7 and 4 root 3?
No, ma'am.
No. Now you can decide. Now you have simplified the given expression. Now you can decide. Is it rational or irrational?
Irrational, ma'am.
Irrational. Because this one makes it irrational. What is root 3? Root 3 is irrational. If root 3 is irrational, 4 root 3 is irrational. And if 4 root 3 is irrational, 7 plus 4 root 3 is also irrational. Very good. So whole square is equal to 7 plus 4 root 3. Therefore, the given expression is irrational. Very good. Take down, children. Finish writing, children? Okay, okay. Yes, children. Should I finish by now? Okay. Next one. Anirudh?
Ma'am,
Yeah. Yes. Let's do this together. Now, can you, 13 is a prime number, so you cannot break down 13. 13 is 13 itself. Like you cannot, it's a prime number, you cannot break down and write it as a product of its factors. So 13 is only 1 into 13. So we write the numerator as it is. Now, help me do this, Anirudh.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah. 2 how many times? Tell me. I'll write it here.
Into 2, sorry, 52 divided by 2.
Is what?
26.
Yeah.
Then 13, ma'am.
Then that's all right. So what should I write under the square root here? 3 square root of
3 square root of 2 into 2 into 13.
Very good. Yeah. Now minus 4 square root of 117. Tell me, is it divisible by 2?
No, ma'am. It is divisible by 13.
13. Okay. It's divisible by 3, right? Because 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. Test of divisibility. Isn't
Yes,
it
ma'am.
divisible by 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. 3 how many times? How many times? 3 how many times?
39, ma'am.
39. Then 3 again, how many times?
13, ma'am.
Very good. So what should I write under the square root here?
3 into 3 into 13.
Very good. Now tell me, next.
Next, okay. Ma'am, 3 into 2
No,
into,
I should write the numerator as it is, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
2
Then
root 13 divided by 3 into 2 root 13
very good. Very
minus
good.
4 into 3 root 13.
Perfect. Very good. Next step.
Next step, 6 root, 2 root 13 divided by 6 root 13 minus 4 root 13. Sorry, 12 root 13.
Very good. Next step.
2 root 13 divided by minus 6 root 13.
I'm so happy. Very good. Very good. Next.
Ma'am, it will come as into.
You can cancel root 13 and root 13, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can cancel. Root 13 gets cancelled.
Means 2 into minus 6.
2 into
Oh,
minus 6.
2 into 1 by 3.
Minus 1 by
Minus 1 by 3.
Very good, Anirudh. Very good. So therefore, 2 root 13 divided by 3 root 52 minus 4 root 117. This is nothing but minus 1 by 3. Now, Anirudh, is it rational or irrational?
It's an irrational, ma'am.
What is the answer, Anirudh?
Sorry, ma'am. I saw my answer, so that it's an rational, ma'am.
Why?
Because the numerator is also an integer and the denominator is also an integer.
Very good. Because the numerator is an integer, the denominator is also an integer. If you take the numerator as minus 1 is an integer. The denominator is also an integer. Integer by integer is a rational number. So the given expression is rational. Very good. Keep up, Anirudhan. Therefore, the given expression is rational. Yeah, please make a note of this, children. Write down. Finish writing, children.
Done, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Next one. Kritika. Kritika. Laksha.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Laksha. Tell me.
Ma'am, root 8 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2.
Okay.
And plus 4 root of 32 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2.
Into 2. 5
Yes,
times.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And minus 6 of root 2.
Okay.
Ma'am, so root of 2, root of root 2.
No,
2.
you know the answer correctly, but you're not expressing it correctly.
And it's 2, root 2.
Again, clearly.
Ma'am, it's 2 root 2.
2 root 2. From 2 2's, 1 2 comes out of the square root and the other 2 remains under the square root. Correct. Next.
Plus 4 into 4 because 2
Correct. So
root
2 2's come out of the square root and
root 2
yeah,
minus 6 root 2.
very good. Next,
2 root 2 plus 16 root 2 minus 6 root 2.
very good.
Ma'am, so 2 plus 16 minus 6 is equal to 12.
Very good. 12.
And then the root 2 will be appear there. So 12
Very
root
good.
2.
Very good, Lakshan. Very good.
Thank you.
Write down, children. Finish, children.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Kritika, I just saw your message. We were not able to hear you. You were not audible, Kritika. Sorry. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children. So now we have learned how to simplify expressions containing irrational numbers. You can see root 8 is irrational, 4 root 32, 6 root 2. So we have learned how to simplify expressions which are irrational. Now let's move on to the next topic. And that is rationalizing the denominator. This is the next topic, rationalizing the denominator. Okay. So rationalizing or rationalize the denominator, meaning the denominator is irrational. You will have to rationalize it. See the denominator, 3 plus root 2. So 3 plus root 2, root 2 is irrational. So 3 plus root 2 is irrational. Since root 2 is irrational, 3 plus root 2 also will be irrational because this is a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. See, like this is 1.414 something, it goes on like that. Plus 3, that will again be 4 point, a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Correct? So since root 2 is irrational, 3 plus 2 root 2 also will be irrational. Now the question or the heading is to rationalize the denominator. That means the in this expression, the denominator is irrational. You'll have to make the denominator rational. That's all it is. Very, very simple procedure. Very simple. What you have to do is, see, I'm going to teach you only one sum. I think 4 others will be test. Okay. Yeah. See here. Listen to me very carefully. Now, this is the given question or the expression. We see that the denominator is irrational. To rationalize it, what we'll do is we'll multiply this by its conjugate. Now, what is the conjugate? What do you see here? 3 plus root 2. Take the opposite sign. 3 minus root 2 will be the conjugate of 3 plus root 2. Multiply and divide by 3 minus root 2. Now, why are we doing like this? See, don't you remember when we were young, we used to write equivalent fractions like this. When we had 3 by 5, we used to multiply this by 2 by 2 and then say 6 by 10. 6 by 10 is a fraction equivalent to 3 by 5. Then a teacher will say write 4 equivalent fractions. So then we'll multiply by 3 like this, multiply and divide by 3. Then we'll write 9 by 15, equivalent fraction. Then 3 by 5 into 4 by 4. So what are we actually doing here? 4 by 4 means you're multiplying by 1. 3 by 3, you're multiplying by 1. 2 by 2, you're multiplying by 1 because 2 by 2 is 1. 3 by 3 is 1. 4 by 4 is 1. So you're not doing any change to the given fraction. You're just multiplying by 1. So that's then the final answer will write 3 by 5 is equal to 6 by 10 is equal to 9 by 15 is equal to 12 by 20 like this. All these are equal. In the same way, see here children, 3 minus root 2 by 3 minus root 2. So you're multiplying by 1. You're not changing the value of the given expression. You're multiplying and dividing by the same thing. So it's like you're multiplying by 1. We cannot change the value. You can do something, but you cannot change the value of the given expression. So by multiplying and dividing by 3 minus root 2, we are only, the meaning is multiplying by 1. Am I clear, children? Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just give me a minute. Yeah, children. So this is the given expression. We multiply and divide by its conjugate. Conjugate. Okay, and what is that? The conjugate of 3 plus root 2 is 3 minus root 2. So we multiply and divide by 3 minus root 2. Is the first step understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all. If you can write this, then you can finish the answer very easily. Now, how do we multiply? Now, tell me, children, how will you multiply this 1 by 4 into, supposing you have like some 5 by 6. How will you multiply? You'll multiply 1 into 5, right? 1 into 5 is 5. 4 into 6 is 24. Similarly, here, multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. That's how we multiply. How do you multiply? You multiply the numerators, you multiply the denominators. So when you multiply the numerators, 1 into 3 minus root 2 will be 3 minus root 2 itself. Multiply the numerators. So same thing, by multiply the denominators. Denominators, they are of the form a plus b into a minus b. So the result is a square minus b square. See, it looks like a plus b into a minus b. So the result is a square minus b square. 3 square minus root 2 the whole square. This is equal to, write the numerator as it is, divided by 3 square is 9 minus root 2 square is 2. That's equal to 3 minus root 2 by 7. Now look at the denominator, 7. It's become rational. That is the question. The denominator is irrational. You make the denominator rational. Now see the denominator, it is 7. And 7 is rational. But the whole thing is irrational. The whole thing is irrational only. But the denominator is 7, which is rational. Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so wherever
Yes,
possible
sir.
to multiply, very good. Wherever possible to multiply, very good. You should use identities. Like here we use a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Wherever possible, you should use identities. Yeah, take down, children. You can see the answer here. Take it down. 1 second. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Okay. Now see here, children. Tell me the conjugate of this denominator.
Ma'am, 8 minus 5 root 2.
8 minus 5 root 2. That's all. So you should multiply and divide by 8 minus 5 root 2. 8 minus 5 root 2. What's the conjugate here?
Ma'am, root
Make a
5.
note of the question, children. Take down the question. This is the second question which you have to work. Same heading. Don't write the heading again. You can see the heading in my slide. You don't write the heading again. It's the same. Under the same heading, you'll have about 6-7 questions. Write on this question. This is the second one. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the conjugate of the denominator here?
Root 5 minus root 2.
Yeah, root 5 minus root 2. Root 5 minus root 2. And you know how to multiply, children. Let's see how you do it. This is root. You should multiply and divide by root 5 minus root 2. That's all. Then you should multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. You'll do a small mistake here. It's okay. I'll correct it. Here, children. What's the conjugate?
Root 3.
Root 3 plus root 5.
Root 3 plus root 5. Here, what's the conjugate?
6 minus 4 root 3.
6 minus 4 root 3. Okay, fine. Yeah, do this one, children. Do this. Do this and the next one. That is 2 by... where's the third one? This is the third one. Oh, you have to do this and 6 by root 5 plus root 2. 6 by root 5 plus root 2. Yeah. Yeah, do these two, children. Yeah, fine. I'll give you some time. I'll just come back. Please work these three.
Completed, ma'am.
Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Done.
Okay. Yeah. What's the final answer for the second one?
Ma'am, minus 41.
Bhavishya minus 41, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, no.
Others?
Minus 5 root 2 by minus 41.
Minus 5 root 2?
Divided by minus 41, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay.
um,
Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
8
minus 5 root 2 divided by 14.
Divided by
14. Ma'am.
14. Abhishek, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Anirudhan also, ma'am. 8 minus 5.
8 minus 5 root 2 by 14. Okay,
Yes.
Anirudhan. Okay.
8 minus 5 root 2 by 14. Ma'am.
How many of you got this answer?
Sahana, ma'am.
Sahana, Abhishek, Anirudh,
Britsa, ma'am.
Ritsa,
I'm Swati. I also got the same answer.
Swati,
I'm Laksha.
Laksha,
Ma'am, Anugraha.
Anugraha,
Ma'am, Sadhana.
Sadhana. Okay. Bhavishya, how have you got minus 5 root 2 by 41? That's a mystery. Please take your answer, all of you. Please take your steps, all of you. It's okay if you don't put the bracket also. Don't worry. Even if you don't put the bracket, it's okay.
Correct, ma'am. Ma'am, instead of 8, I have written 3, ma'am.
Oh. Oh, the question incorrectly, is it? Okay. Please correct it, Bhavishya. Yeah. Five root 2 the whole square. How do you simplify 5 root 2 the whole square? 5 root 2 into 5 root 2. 5 5s are 25. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. And 25 2 times is 50. So 50. So you can see the denominator is finally 14. It's rational. The denominator was irrational. And with this procedure, we have rationalized the denominator. Yeah, what's the answer for the next one?
6 root 5 minus 6 root 2 by 3, ma'am.
6 root 5.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, Abhishek, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
Anirudhan, ma'am. Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Anirudhan,
root 3
6
plus
root
root
5
5
minus. Ma'am, Anirudhan, 6 root 5 minus minus root 2 divided by 3.
No, Anirudhan, you have not. Okay. Okay. Slight mistake
Ma'am.
somewhere. Yes.
Abhishek, ma'am.
Abhishek, this answer. Okay, then.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not this answer, ma'am.
Ma'am,
root 3 plus root 5 divided by root 3 the whole square minus root 5 the whole square is equal to root 3 plus root 5 divided by 2, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay.
Britsa. Ma'am, Sahana 6 root 5 minus 6 root 2 by 3, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. So this one is slightly different. Please note this. Okay, so we start in the same way. 6 divided by root 5 plus root 2. This one is equal to 6 by root 5 plus root 2 into root 5 minus root 2 divided by root 5 minus root 2. This is the first step. Now, in the next step, you have to multiply the numerators. Write it like this. 6 into root 5 minus root 2. All of you agree with this step? Multiply the numerators. So 6 into, in the bracket, you should not write 6 root 5 minus root 2 like this. This is wrong. If you write 6 root 5 minus root 2, you're wrong. You have to multiply 6 with everything here. So 6 in bracket, root 5 minus root 2. The bracket is very important. Divided by root 5 the whole square minus root 2 the whole square. A plus b into a minus b is a squared minus b squared. Next step, children, never multiply. Now, if you have to multiply, it will be 6 root 5 minus 6 root 2. 6 root 5 minus 6 root 2. Don't multiply. I'll tell you why. Write the numerator as it is. 6 into root 5 minus root 2 divided by, what is the denominator? 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2, which is 3. Now you can simplify. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. For that reason, don't multiply. Now, after simplifying, multiply the numerator. So 2 into root 5 is 2 root 5 minus 2 into root 2 is 2 root 2. So the final answer is 2 root 5 minus 2 root 2. Yeah, you can also leave it like this. Both are right. Or you can also write as both are correct. Yeah. Please take down the answer, children. Do not multiply. Do not multiply. So here we cancel. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. We cancel. Yes, Sahana?
I'm Abhishek, ma'am.
Abhishek?
Ma'am, for this answer, it was the next question's answer, ma'am.
Oh, okay. No problem. Fine, fine. Okay. Children, the cancelling part, I cannot, I've told you this. You will not see that cancelling part in my slide. You should cancel. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. You must show this. When I'm typing, I cannot show that. So you can see the next step, it's only 2. You should cancel, children. In my presentation, you cannot see the cancelling part because I cannot type it like that. Done, children? So what do we do here? Yeah, we don't multiply the numerators. 6 into root 5 minus root 2. We just write it like that. And we wait till the denominator is simplified. We'll only keep simplifying the denominator. Now here we get 3. The denominator is finally 3. At this stage, you can simplify. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. Cancel. After this, you can multiply. Or you can leave it like this also. You can also leave it like this. 2 root 5 minus 2 root 2. That's also fine. Okay. Done, children? Shall we go to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Now this is similar to this one, children. Try this. Have you finished this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Abhishek, tell me this.
Ma'am, minus root.
No, tell me the steps. Tell me all the steps.
Ma'am, 2 root
Yeah,
3,
into
root 3 plus root 5 divided by root 3 plus root 5.
Okay.
Is equal to 2 into root 3 plus root 5 divided by root 3 square minus root 5 square.
Root 3 the whole square minus root 5 the whole square. Yeah,
Yes.
very good. Now you should not multiply this, okay? Write the numerator as it is. Yeah, simplify the denominator.
Ma'am, my root 3 plus root 5.
Don't write. See, it was a minus b into a plus b. And we have written it as a square minus b square. Again, you should not write it as a plus b into a minus b. A minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. Now simplify this. What is root 3 square? Root 3 the whole square.
3.
Why? What's the doubt, Abhishek? Root 3 the whole square is? Class?
3, ma'am.
3. Root 5 the whole square?
5, ma'am.
5. So next step? Divided by, what is 3 minus 5?
Minus 2, ma'am.
Minus 2. Now you can, yeah, very good. Now you can cancel this 2 and 2. This minus sign, you should multiply it with the numerator. Take the minus sign to the numerator. So it will be minus, open bracket, root 3 plus root 5. You can stop here like this. You can stop here like this, or you can write minus root 3 minus root 5. Multiplying the minus sign inside. Yeah. This is the answer, children. You can see the answer here. Please check. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. And take the minus sign to the numerator. Okay, next one. We'll do this together and then you can write down in your book. Yeah. Who wants to help me do this? Somebody help me, no? Multiplied by?
6 minus 4.
Okay, I can see Aragamai. Aragamai, can you help me? What's the conjugate of the denominator?
Ma'am, 6 minus 4 root 3.
Yeah, divided by 6 minus 4 root 3. Next step, multiply the numerators. Read the numerators, Aragamai. Read the numerator. What do you see there? Six minus 4 root 3 into 6 minus 4 root 3. Correct? Yeah. What is 6 minus 4 root 3 into 6 minus 4 root 3? How do you write that? What's a minus b into a minus b? What is 6 minus 4 root 3 into 6 minus 4 root 3? Class?
6 square.
6?
Square minus 4 root 3 whole square.
What is this? We are creating our own formula. Huh? What is this, children? What is a minus b into a minus b, children?
A minus b.
Louder?
A minus b the whole square, ma'am.
A minus b the whole square. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. A minus B into A minus B. A minus B into A minus B is A minus B the whole square. So it will be 6 minus 4 root 3 the whole square divided by, what is the denominator like? A plus B into A minus B. So the answer is, class?
6 square minus 4 root 3 square, ma'am.
Very good. Now simplify the numerator. How do you expand A minus B the whole square?
6 square
Yeah.
minus 2 into 6 into 4 3
root
Okay.
and 4
Plus
root 3 whole square
4
Sign.
plus 4 root 3 the whole square.
Yeah. Denominator
36
minus
48.
48
yeah 48. Yeah, 48. So then numerator 6 square
36
minus
12 into 4 root 3.
what is 12 into 4 root 3? 12 fours are
48, ma'am.
48. 48 root 3. Then plus
48
48. Very good. Divided by, what is 36 minus 48? Children, you cannot cancel. See, don't write 36 minus 48 and cancel this 36 and 36, 48 and 48. No, you cannot do that. Yeah, what will be the next step?
Ma'am, 36 plus 48.
36. Yeah, numerator 36 plus 48. How much?
84
Ma'am, 84. Ma'am.
84 minus 48 root 3 divided by
minus 12 ma'am.
Minus 12.
minus 12. Now, is there anything common in the numerator? What's common in the numerator? Between 84 and 48, what is common?
12
12. 12, how many times 84?
7 times
Yeah, minus 12.
4 root 3
4s are 48 divided by,
minus 12 ma'am.
very good. Now, minus 12 and, sorry, 12 and 12 gets cancelled. Take this minus sign to the numerator. Very good. That's what you see here. Please write down. See, you can write, see what I've written here is a square plus b square minus 2ab. You can write it in any order. A minus b the whole square is, I've written a square plus b square minus 2ab. Any order you can write. Finish writing, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, let me explain the last part again. So here we take out 12 common in the numerator. 12 gets cancelled. And then this minus sign is taken up to the numerator. So it's a minus of 7 minus 4 root 3. Now you can multiply the minus sign with all the terms in the bracket. So it will be minus 7 and minus into minus plus 4 root 3. Minus 7 plus 4 root 3. So I've written 4 root 3 first and then minus 7. When you multiply, you will get minus 7 plus 4 root 3. So I've just written this 4 root 3 first and then that minus 7. Okay, next one. We'll do this in the next class. It will take some time to understand. Look at this, children. Find the values of A and B if 3 plus root 2 by 3 minus root 2 is equal to A plus B root 2. Now listen to my instruction very carefully. Very, very carefully. We are going to do 3. You're going to do 3 first one on your own. See here. This is given to you. This is given to you. Now the right hand side, keep writing that. Every step you keep writing that is equal to A plus B root 2 is equal to A plus B root 2. Nothing should be done here. Keep writing this A plus B root 2 as it is. In the left hand side, the usual thing you do. That is, how do you rationalize the denominator? Do the same stuff here. Okay, so when I say the same stuff, it's this. So what will you do here? You will multiply and divide by its conjugate. So into 3 plus root 2 by 3 plus root 2. And then you know how to go ahead with this, right? Keep doing that work here and keep writing is equal to A plus B root 2. Then I'll tell you what to do. Come to that point and let me know. Yeah, start working. Question number 3, first subdivision. Start working. Take down the question.
Done.
Very good. Was it Bhavishya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, read on Bhavishya.
Ma'am, 3 plus root 2 by 3 minus root 2 is equal to a plus b root 2.
Okay, that's the first step. Okay, then next step.
3 plus root 2 by 3 minus root 2 into 3 plus root 2 by 3 plus root 2 is equal
Okay.
to a plus b root 2.
Okay.
Ma'am, after that, first in the numerator, we should use the formula like a plus b the whole square, 3 square minus 2 into 3 into.
No, you must write this. So the numerator is a plus b into a plus b, which is a plus b the whole square. Children, I do. A plus b into a plus b, which is a plus b the whole square. Divided by
3 minus root 2.
3 minus root 2 into 3 plus root 2. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that? What is 3 minus root 2 into 3 plus root 2?
Ma'am, 3 square minus root 2 square.
Yeah, a square minus b square. Write the RHS as it is equal to b plus, sorry, is equal to a plus b root 2 as it is. Then next step, Anugraha, continue. Anugraha, you missed a few sessions, so can you do it?
Ma'am, I need some help.
You need to practice, right? Okay, please watch the videos and maybe from next class you can. Yeah. Aragamai, do you want to continue?
No, I really don't understand this.
Okay, no problem. 1 minute. You'll understand now. Kamalika, have you watched the videos, Kamalika?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Sadhana and is it Sabarna? Girls?
Ma'am, I can't understand the steps, ma'am, so I'll practice.
Okay. Have you watched the videos, girls? The 2 videos?
I've watched the session 1, ma'am, but I did not watch the session 2, ma'am.
Oh,
I'll
you have
watch
to
it by
watch.
tomorrow, ma'am.
Yeah. Please do that. Yes.
Can I do it?
Okay. Yeah, tell me, children. Tell me, Swati.
After this, we have to solve the numerator, ma'am.
And
we get like 3 square plus 2 into 3. 3 square plus 2 into 3 into root 2 plus root 2 square, ma'am.
Yeah.
And divided by 9 minus 2, ma'am.
Is equal to a plus b root 2. Correct?
Ma'am, 9 minus 2.
What happened?
Ma'am, 9 minus 2, ma'am, but you have written it as 4.
Oh, 9 minus 2. Yes. 9 minus 2. Yeah. I'll continue here.
Yes.
Next.
Ma'am, and then upon solving, we'll be getting 11 plus 6 root 2 by 7.
Yeah, 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay. So this is 9, this is 2, so it will be 11. 11 plus?
6 root 2.
Yeah, this becomes 6 root 2. 6 root 2 divided by is equal to
a plus
b root 2. Yes, children. Now, after this, you'll have to compare both the sides. The question is to find the value of a and b. What is the value of a? What is the value of b? Sorry. The question is to find the values of a and b. All right. So this is how you proceed. 11 by 7 plus 6 root 2 by 7 is equal to a plus b root 2. That is, take the denominator for both the terms in the numerator. 11 by 7 plus 6 root 2 by 7 is equal to a plus b root 2. Now compare both the sides. On comparing both sides, we get a is equal to 11 by 7. A is equal to 11 by 7. That is, the rational is equal to the rational and the irrational is equal to the irrational. A is equal to 11 by 7 and B root 2 is equal to 6 root 2 by 7. So B will be equal to 6 root 2 by 7. This root 2 will come for division. Or you can cancel root 2 and root 2 here itself. If you understand that, you can cancel root 2 and root 2 here itself. Otherwise, the meaning is this root 2 will come down for division here. 7 root 2. So root 2 and root 2 gets cancelled. So the value of B is 6 by 7. The value of B is 6 by 7. On comparing both the sides, the rational is equal to the rational, the irrational is equal to the irrational. So A is equal to 11 by 7 and B root 2 is equal to 6 root 2 by 7. So root 2 gets cancelled. So A is equal to 6 by 7. The second subdivision is homework, children. We'll see that answer in the next class. Yeah, all of you take a screenshot of this one and complete this. It's fine. Exactly what I explained or what you people said is here. So here on comparing both the sides, okay? On comparing both sides. Okay, we get A is equal to 11 by 7. See here, it's like this. A is equal to 11 by 7. And B root 2 is equal to 6 by 7 root 2. So root 2 will get cancelled. If you want, you can show that step. B root 2 is equal to 6 by 7 root 2. So root 2 gets cancelled. So B is equal to 6 by 7. Yeah, take a screenshot, children.
Mom.
Yeah, and please complete the second one as homework. Subdivision 2 homework. Just show you the answer slide again, just in case you want to take a picture. If you have not taken a picture, please take a picture of this one. Complete this in your notebook. Yeah, students, tell me one by one. Abhishek, do you have your credentials? Username, password?
Yes, ma'am.
Aragammai? Username, password?
Yes, ma'am.
Aniruddhan? Anugraha?
Yes, ma'am.
Kamalika?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the username and password?
Ma'am, but I log in with the email ID.
No, not that. Okay, one minute. Okay, so you don't have. Let me make a note of it. Kamalika.
Ma'am, Anirudhan also do not have. Ma'am.
You don't have, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just make a note. Aniruddhan. Okay, I'll share it now. Aniruddhan. New students, please let me know. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just see all students who have the username and password, the credentials, and if you know how to see the documents, you can leave the meeting. Now I'll just stop the recording and I'll show how you can access the assignments and notes.